Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, your Tiffany Popo. Kings and queens, the one and only Yellow Bone. En Shanae said, laat zijn mayonnaise. Lekker goed voor lekker mensen. Die dan gaan ruk zo hard aan vaar. Halleluja. Maak leeg wat vol is, maak vol wat leeg is. Vicky Leo Millie. It's the one and only guy that looks just like the couch. Timpi Timpopo. Uringi muti. Onkosi yami. Ha.
Our guy looks like the couch. Yes.
Same color. I'm the same color as the couch. Thank you so much for the sponsor, guys, of the couch. I'm still doing it.
Yes.
Guys,
For anyone that needs
a light.
couch supplier, anyone needs your couch supplier, guys, kindly hit up Dimpi Dimpopo. He knows where you can get couches that look like you.
Yeah.
Now it needs to match family first.
Camouflage.
Camouflage, guys. So I'm gonna give the hosts and the guys of the house to do the most. You guys know who's in the building. Let us give it to Nay. Kan ek 'n song doen vir Nay?
Yes, please do. I would love that.
Ish, amper het ek nou vingers gepoint en goed is hy, hoor. Ladies and gentlemen, Shanae in the building. Please make some noise and give a home round of applause there in the back, guys. Let's go, guys! Woo! Thank you, nice.
Hi guys, it's Shanae Black with your girl, your favorite baddie and your favorite podcast host on the set, right?
Yes.
Is that what we're still going with?
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Sorry.
Ik heb het vergeten, ik heb lang haar.
Ik zie nu wachten. Okay, guys. So, like, before I was interrupted by my amazing brother, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us once again. First of all, thank you so much for the support that we've been receiving. We love seeing your comments. We love speaking to you guys. And thank you so much for everyone that's been tagging us in purchasing their merch as well. We are here today with my brother, Dimpi Dimpopo.
The one and only.
And Abraham.
Abduliki. But you do look like you
Meneer
phone.
C.
If you'll see me open up a corner shop, you're gonna know exactly who's the reason. And I'm telling you now, there's the only two people that I'm not gonna give skills for. So, as the boeken for jullie.
Okay, thank you.
You know what I've noticed once? By the shop, as ek winkel toe gaan en ek hoor iemand sê, koop jy maar eers drankie en ek hulle wel op die boek vat.
Yeah.
You buy
You
first.
can go, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
you can go, it's fine. Guys, welcome back, as Shanae said, to another Bushy podcast. Lekker goed vir lekker mense. En hier krap ons, daar waar dit.
Jockey.
But unfortunately,
Fortunate.
dit het Chuck het gechuck dit hoor.
Waar so?
Hier die agterbier
Nee, ek wil nie toe rug was. Ek ken jou al klaar. No, thank you.
ken
So,
jou hoe ek kry.
okay, the problem is, guys, let's... Nee, that's mense.
Sorry.
Serious mense vandag. Guys, you see, Dimpi is the child that you lock in the room when the guests come to visit. Because the things you've been saying, my brother, you are giving, now I must smell your armpits on TV. Wat die mense sê? Want ek is nog 'n hoë gesiene vrou in die gemeenskap.
Oh, she's a very important person in Regepaak.
That's a typical
Speaking
example.
of Regepaak.
No, that's a typical example of that old saying. You can take me out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of me. Dimpi is a living embodiment of that phrase. Maar Dimpi, hou yourself in. Is hier so met Regepaak.
Ek wil nou reeds sê.
Rege flippin' park, guys. Guys, you know how this guy was going on about having Aldo's Mensa here on the
Yes.
podcast. Now we have the opportunity of bringing our brothers from our hood, from our hometown.
Yes, sir.
Legendary.
Yes, sir.
Legendary.
Yes.
Flippin' Bernard Parker.
In the birthday. Please make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for Bernard Parker. Let's go. You guys are at the back. Thank you so much for
And
coming.
then of course, they, like I said, brotherhood.
Yes.
Brotherhood. We have the ultimate, the greatest flippin' physical trainer out of the East, Reginald. You can make some noise.
Reggie is here, guys. Reggie. No, you just hear the name Reggie. Vat my slow na Reggie.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, but yeah,
We got carried away.
Get it away.
Yeah, no, apologies, and apologies for not locking Dimpy.
Inside the
Away
room.
today.
Yes.
He escaped.
Yeah.
Dimpy het escaped, massacre.
Yeah. I'm the only white guy here on the couch, so it makes sense. Guys, thank you so much. As C said from Shanae, from the team, thank you so much for pulling through. Reggie, appreciate you, brother. Parker, appreciate you, bro. Before we dive into it, Paks.
Yeah.
Nee. 3 skippers aan, bro.
3 massacre. Dat is goed te beter.
Come on.
Jij bent lekker fresh voel.
Ja, ik ben ingeblended met die couch. So guys, we'll start with Parker, is it right?
Yes.
Parker, for people that doesn't know you, I would just like for you to just introduce yourself. Als je wilt toekomen, kan je goed een move. En goed let them know who you are, my brother, and please let them know where you're from.
Ja, dank je Dimpy.
Oh.
Baie dankie mensen.
Oh,
Voel baie lekker om op Dimpy se couch te zitten. De couch voel lekker Dimpy.
Dankie.
Maar hoe lekker soft. Hoe kan ik mezelf introduceren zonder een bal? Moest je zien. Met een bal in mijn hand net. Ik ken als ze die hond te zien, die hond met een bal komt. Dan is bij honden die buiten. Als een hond wat een hond is in de gym. Als een hond wat een hond is in de studio. Dimpy is een hond overal. Hij is een allrounder Dimpy. Maar ja, ik is Bernard Parker. Van Regenpark, born and bred in Regenpark, Bluebell Street. Nadat heb ik gebleven aan Ramaphosa en weer terug Regenpark toe. Ik is een Regenpark kind, born and bred in Boksburg. Still stay in Boksburg.
Yes.
Community guy. En jullie kennen die hond te zien. En thanks for being here. En Reginald Ayer, who made this possible. Ons kom lang aan maar kind.
Dank je, broer.
Daar zei. Thanks for the invite.
Nou, Parker.
Ik heb net gehoord, nee, die man praat nou van daar bij Bluebell. If you are from Regenpark, guys, that is part of Galeview. Now the people that's sitting on this side of the couch, we all come from Galeview. You spoke earlier about you can take them out of the hood. Are you blij daar onder in Regenpark?
Hij is in
Ja, dat tel je, ne?
Dat tel
I
niet.
always tell people. Now the first thing Dimpy asked me, you spoke something about, you still stay in Boksburg. Dimpy asked, so if you're in Regenpark, now they ask you don't stay in Regenpark anymore. Play in a suburb.
Ja, Dimpy.
So Dimpy has always been very fascinated with where we come from.
Ja, het is veel.
And now you know, now you know where we come from. I would just love for us to also introduce, like Bernard Parker said, one of the best award-winning. Our personal trainer doesn't play here. Yo, guys, if you know this man, I'm already scared just sitting here. I'm in trouble. And I know that I've always said that you are really someone that plays with the heart, right? I'm very honored to be here today. Bernard Parker, thank you for the intro. That was beautiful. I think it goes without saying. And then, I'm not going to say anything. Can you please introduce yourself?
Right, guys, everyone from the Bushy Podcast, thanks for having us. It's quite an honor and a privilege. Reginald Ayer, originally from Regenpark as well, born and bred. Spent most of my life. We've been upping and downing as small boys from small, playing football, all of those things, and then the one made his way. You know, our journeys is always separate. God has got his own thing for us.
Amen.
You know, but nonetheless, I went into the fitness field. You know, realizing that even though I cannot be as great as this man with a ball, but I can make other people great and let them understand what they can do with their physical body. So I decided to go into the fitness and still in the fitness. And for me, being in Regenpark, you know, coming from a community that a lot of people just see bad, but we know the underground good that's going on as well, you know. And there's so much good. The unfortunate thing is that the good only recognized for a short while, but the bad things, you know, people prolong that bad thing, you know. But nonetheless, we keep pushing, we keep fighting. Originally from Rega Park, strong. I moved out, but home is still where the heart is. There we go.
Timpie, hoor jy hulle bly in die suburb? Dan boven.
Like, to be honest, I never knew
Ja.
Rega Park has so much people. Ek het geken.
Jy ken nie.
Ja, dan is net 2 mense in Rega Park.
And that is the beauty of the podcast, guys. I think the excellence of colored people and like Mr. Reggie, I'm a DJ. There's just a few DJs in the world, guys. Guys, no, I wanted to say, daar's te veel DJ's in die wêreld in, man. Dit is so right om 'n DJ te wees, né? Ons speel met die bal vandag en ons speel met die fisiek. I don't want to go into the reason why we have been speaking about the fitness world for so long. I see my brothers are gaining a little bit of weight. What's going on, boys?
Hey, yo, ish, guys, that's what you know how they say, happy wife, happy life.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
What is your excuse then?
Yeah, I wanted to hear that.
I've lost Reggie's number on WhatsApp. So
I'll send it to you again, brother.
You don't want it,
still
my
have your
brother.
number.
You don't want it. Gentlemen, okay. You know what? The one thing I love about my team is the fact that we can literally just bask in the moment, and the fact that as colored people we can laugh about things, and we would usually make jokes about these type of things. But also we have a job today. Ons moet nou gaan krap daar waar dit jokkie man.
Ons nou eers te weer.
It's weekend, man. It's weekend. Ons is hier op te blom. So I'm going to start off with Reggie. Coming from a colored area, we all know that we are faced with many struggles financially. There's abuse, there's alcohol, there's drugs, there's, like you said, we highlight only the bad parts, right? And I think also we want to make sure that today we want to encourage and motivate people to go out there and fight regardless of what is said about the colored nation, right? So what is one of the biggest struggles that you have faced in your career, and you would say it's been because this is where I come from, or I basically could feel that this is the reason why? Where it came from, family, where you're working. What are one of the biggest struggles for you about being colored that you would see other people might not experience?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't really see that much of a challenge, but I see lack of self-esteem in a lot of us. And by that saying lack of self-esteem is that, look, everyone has got a gift.
Yes.
I'm a God-fearing, I'm a Christian.
Yes.
And I believe that everyone has got something in them that's unique.
Yes.
And you need to find it. You need to find it. And when you do find it, you need to work on it, because nothing, it's like a diamond, a diamond is a quite rough mineral, but when the polishing is done and when the necessary engineering is done, it comes out to be a very, very pricey stone.
Yes.
A delicate thing. So the most important thing is you need to reflect with yourself. Challenges will always be there.
Yeah.
My personal phrase, it's something that we all know, is that to cut out the noise is a trick that you need to be able to do.
Yeah.
There'll always be noise.
Yeah.
And in today's life, when there's noise and you do not know how to cut it out, you're going to be lacking confidence, you'll be lacking ability, you'll be blind, you'll be blurring, everything will be blurred, So the most important thing is figuring out what it is that your purpose is. There's no such thing as a smooth sail.
Yeah.
Everyone has got his. Sometimes we might speak to each other thinking I've got a problem, and then you come to me and you give me your view, and then I'm like, I thought I was in shit.
Yeah.
Listen to this guy's thing. You know what I mean? So my personal challenge all the years was always figuring, because I'm quite versatile. I'm a versatile person in a sense whereby I won't say that I'm good at a lot of things. I like trying new things. Yeah. But I'm quite competitive with myself, figuring, because I like to be at the top in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you cannot be in the top with everything, because there's always someone better than you.
And there's always room for growth.
But my personal challenge will always and still today be with myself, asking myself, am I doing enough? You know, so I don't have, coming from our communities, we always have a lot of challenges. But as an individual, you are blessed with the brain and you are blessed with the heart. And once those two organs are functional, the choice is yours. Whatever you do with that's totally what you know. You find motivation. We've got a lot of motivation amongst ourselves. Same going with the relationship, like with myself and Bernard. You know, going back to how things are with us as well, as friends, as brothers. We still have challenges today.
Yeah.
You know. But I think what makes our friendship so unique, I would say, is that we're not scared to share. We're not scared to share the good and the bad with each other. You know, I can go through a little bit of a dip. We'll be in communication. You know, we've got this thing where in the morning, every morning, early in the morning, we'll send each other voice notes or WhatsApps quickly. Morning, bro. We're sending blasted frequencies. We've got our own frequency that we've got our own
tap
channel
into,
that we
Yes.
tag into in the morning, quite
Yeah.
early in the morning, because he knows my schedule. I know his schedule.
Yeah.
He knows what time, where I am in the morning. I know what time he drops the kids, vice versa. He knows what I do. So we're just tuning in that positive vibe,
Yeah.
regardless on how the morning has started, good or bad. But then after that, you just keep pushing, you know. So those are the small things that we need to try and implement with each other. This is now, besides my professionalism as a fitness, I'll call myself a fitness guru because I like to
Yes.
experiment with a whole lot of things when it comes to the body. You know, it's scientific and science, it's engineering basically, progresses and develops all the time. So yeah, going back to trying to make sure that you get a circle. You know,
Yes.
which is difficult. Come and tell you guys, in today's life, to have real people around you is a mission.
Yeah.
You know, but the nice thing is about it is we've bumped our heads through other situations and people as well. So that is what makes it great, you know. And we come from the same Galeview area, just around the corner from each other, so we know we can relate with a lot.
Okay.
But the most important thing is to test each other as well, you know, and knowing exactly where you stand with this person. So the challenges going back, everyone has got challenges, but you know, as long as the Abdullah is functioning, you know, you can always draw back.
The medulla, not the Abdul.
the medulla,
The medulla, not the Abdul.
the medu. As long as the medu is functioning, you know, you can always, you know, work on something.
Yeah.
You know, challenges will always be there. They say
Definitely.
that if you do things and there is no setbacks, you're doing something wrong.
Oh, nice.
You know, not everything is a smooth sail.
I
Great
like
things. That's the reason why we have to feel grateful when you accomplish something, because you know the thorns and how many times you fell and how many times you stood up. That's it.
What I
Thank you,
like
coach.
about that is the fact that you guys literally from the same place.
Yeah.
You came up together. You literally were there through through each other's highs, through each other's lows. So one could really say that it really boils down to that fact of iron sharpens iron.
True.
Yeah.
Correct.
And can I ask you this, Bernard? Your greatest setback in life. How instrumental was it to have a brother like Reggie to, be able to get you out of it? Like,
Uplift them.
Yeah, like-
Yeah.
Motivate them.
how was it? Like, walk us through it. Walk us through that.
Ja, nou, thanks Mr. C. Ja, ek en Reggie onze samen straatbal gespeeld. Kaalvoet, Dumpy. En
Dumpy.
ons ken elkaar. Ons ken elkaar. Hey, and then I went professional, and then I went overseas. So I left Regepak very, very early. So I went to boarding school at School of Excellence, and I went professional immediately. Then I went overseas, and when I got back from overseas, we still kept in contact, Reggie and I. In fact, when I went to play in Durban for Thunder or Zulu, he came and he visited me, and then I went overseas. And when I came back, straight into Chiefs. And during the off seasons, he would come to the stadium. He'd love the derby still today. He comes to the derbies when I'm playing for Chiefs. And then during the off season, Reggie said to me, no, before the off season, before you got your personal training
My qualifications.
qualifications, Then he was just in the gym, a lean Mar Reggie.
Yeah.
We were gymming together, and then he said to me, now he's working towards his qualifications. And he said, no, he draws inspiration from me. And I said, no, I also draw inspiration from you. And then from there on, I got to understand my body better. And my time at Chiefs, at the time, as short as I am, you know, I couldn't outjump tall strikers, tall defenders. And Reggie taught me a few tricks in terms of strength endurance. And he said to me, you're a good swimmer, so you must continue with your swimming. You must open your lungs more. So he gave me a few tips as well, Mr. C. And boom, top goal scorer. Boom, Bafana, scoring goals. Boom here, boom there. So every time, you know, he would call, he would give me some tips. You know, in my off time, I would come to the gym, spend time with him. And then you know how passionate he is. He would actually explain to me. He will analyze our games and he will explain to me. Hey, he's in a nice situation. Je moet zo gemaakt, verstaan je? Nou, ek dink ons moet nou naai werk, like you can proactive is, you know, to get first to the ball. You know, stuff like that. So from there on, we just grew and grew and grew. And along the way, we also, I also referred a few players to Reggie, and Reggie's made a success out of those players. And everybody's asking me, how do I stay so long in the game? And I said, guys, the trick is looking after yourself, investing in your body. And Reggie is the best person that can tell you how to invest in your body and how to get the best out of yourself. And that has been my trick. Every time when people are off, my teammates are off, I'm on with Reggie. I'm active. Even if I don't do muscle replenishment, I do recovery with him. You know, he would always tell me what to do to keep the body ready in every way. So then I could start to realize I wake up better in the morning. You know, I feel more energetic. He would tell me what to eat. En dan ik zeg voor Reggie, ik ga personal training. Serious fact. And then I went on a register my course, my personal training course. And now I'm busy doing my hours with him. So I'm done with my course. I'm just doing my hours with him for me to get my personal training certificate. So ek en Reggie, ons draw inspiration van mekaar af. Ons motivate mekaar. Onze families, we go and have lunch together. We have dinner together. He comes over to my house. We slaan 'n potjie, you know. I'll go over to his house. We slaan 'n braai. So we've been true friends and true brothers to each other, inspiring each other. And we hope that people can also learn from that and draw from that. And Slim, who is not here, you know Slim, he drew from that as well. And Slim is a close brother to me as well. So we just want to keep inspiring, you know. And as Reggie said, you know, keeping God close. God gave us a talent. So with this talent, we just make sure that we make the best out of this talent, this gift that God gave us. We just make sure that we give our best, what God gave us. I think that's our gift back to God, 100%. You know, making the best out of it. So ons kom lank aan and we're still going on. And when he said to me, hey, that's the Bushy podcast dat opkom. Wil je niet join? Ik zei, ja, definitely.
Thank you, coach.
Yeah, nee, thanks. But ek en hy saam onze bom.
Is zeker, je en Reggie, het je al gezoen of iets Ik zit te luisteren, ik zeg, als ik verhouding zo sterk Wat gaat niet aan?
Je kent hem ook krap hier,
Yeah, guys. These men are happily married. Beautiful wives. I must say, Bernard Parker, you know, that is such an inspirational story. I think many of us has the struggle of not finding friends that would be able to support you in the way you guys have been supporting each other.
Ja, jullie support me niet. Jullie support me niet, meneer. Jullie gaan eens met glas water brengen.
Ja, ons praten van Pap Gianti.
Oh, sorry.
Ons praten van Pap Gianti.
Sorry.
Get your mind out of the problems. We are here by the resolutions. Yes.
Hallelujah.
So I'll send you to the maintenance quote. Don't worry, I know it is. But I just want to delve into the fact of, you know, we have obviously the guys would know better about this, but I remember seeing the news. I was actually in hospital, right,
Okay.
about your injury, and they have a question posed with not basically like your question, but I think we just want to touch on that a bit and how your struggle has now made you even sit here today. You look as fit as a fiddle. I don't know how it
Yeah.
works, but Owens ek hoor daar was 'n accident daar by veld. Wat
If
het
it,
gebeur?
if it come before we jump into it, Parker, I would like to share my experience because I've known Parker since 1988.
Yeah.
Voordat je geboren
Was het Sambo? Of veel kou
Toen je nog in uw maas keten was.
Was
Het
hij-
hij bal
Was
gespeeld.
het Sambo? Kou Parker, I don't know if you remember. I was a striker that went first to the United States.
Whoa.
Came back just because I always lose my phones and stuff like that. Yeah, let's see. So,
Get hold of you.
what that experience for me, and like especially when it comes to Slim as well, because I constantly watch Slim stuff like on WhatsApp. It was very emotional.
Yeah.
And ons follow your career no amper since you were at the T something 20 or something.
FC20.
FC20, ne?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like 2001 or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
I
was it
can't.
so old?
No, I can't remember.
2007.
It
It was 2000. Kijk, zie die-
It's the same year.
Ja, die 71 minutes nog geleden. Nog geleden. Yeah, with all of that and watch and what I saw, dit deed net hier met bro. O, sorry, so, dat woord zo lelijk gebruikt. Yo, pakken. Dat wat ons hij zien, hè.
Ja.
Ik het slim kan maar raak, so.
Hey.
Because I constantly watch his
Got
get your own
goosebumps.
status, ne.
Uh.
Ry man raak mos maar. As I gaan kyk, so it's like that. Net the leg. You saw,
Yeah.
I'm sure you had a chance to.
I looked at it, yeah.
Okay.
Because I looked at it because I lifted it and it was just dangling like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
toen je verliefd
It
was
was in-
praat.
Kijk, waar is het?
Eesh.
All
So
of
what-
us mourned, like, yo, that
Yeah,
day. I
bro.
was in
Hey,
hospital
dan
and I'm
zagen-
sitting there and I'm like, ek is in ICU, but hi man, this bed man. This young is bed.
So, hoe voel je, je kan het maken.
Ik kan het
right?
maken, man.
The way we felt, bro, and the way I think not only us, ne, but as a nation that
Yeah.
knows Bernard Parker and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because people was everything. You know, social media can pop the news and everything. So what Shanae was actually asking was, how was that experience for you? Yeah, and what was going through your mind? How you felt? Again, you will opgestaan het en gesê dat right.
Ik heb amper die rief.
Ik bedoel,
Hey, Sef, ik zoek je adres. Je weet wat ik moet gaan.
I saw you in that moment that you also started, you mustn't push. You mustn't.
Ja.
Yo, Jehovah Witness, you know, like they just knock on doors and
they
at the
even
wrong
stuff.
time. Oh, sorry. But if people like to knock on each other. And then say, can I tell you about Jesus? I love Jesus, I love God. ne. But Pial is stuff for you. Stuur een WhatsApp in die groepen na. In die community group. Going to number 16 now to tell him about God. Sorry, Parker, my brother. We just wanted to find out from you. We'd love to share and comfortable sharing that experience. On my couch.
Ja, dat things don't. Laat die couch praat. Ja, nee. Just the moment that it happened, I can't even remember what went through my mind because the moment it happened, I could immediately feel. I couldn't feel anything on my leg, and when I lifted my leg and I saw it dangling like that.
And the time you don't feel pain, nothing.
I
Ne?
don't feel pain, nothing. Remember, I still had the adrenaline in me. You know, the adrenaline is still in me. So I don't feel anything at all. And I lifted it and it was dangling like that. And then when the physio came, I said to him, no, it's broken. He still tried to move it. I said, no, wait, it's broken. I had to help him to put it onto the stretcher. And then they put a box around it just to keep it straight. And when I immediately left the field, I made an applause to the crowd. And I could still see on my blind eye here that the perpetrator was performing that night like nothing happened.
Okay.
But then I just didn't let that kill my spirit.
yeah.
So I just gave a what do we call it? Exit ovation
Sure.
to the crowd on my way to the ambulance. And when I got to the hospital, I was still smiling about it. Remember, I still had adrenaline. I was smiling about it. And then when the adrenaline wore off,
Oh,
Yes.
hey, jy nie almost.
Yo.
And then we
Give me that.
Just to see.
Pardon, I just want to know that exit ovation. Was that a exit ovation for the crowd of was that a yo?
I'm not coming back.
Because based on the way you're describing the pain now, like getting there in the hospital,
Wow.
it's yo.
Yo, no, it was crazy. I think maybe that's just my spirit, as I said,
Yes.
because I'm a good spirited person. I'm a positive person, as Reggie knows. That's why I had that. That's why I automatically had that exovation, going out. And yo, when the pain now started to kick in, yes, I didn't know what to do, Reg.
Next level. pain.
Don't they normally give
I
those?
didn't know what to
They
do.
call morphine or something.
The morphine, whatever, didn't
For the
even
pain
work.
not to-
work.
It
Yo,
didn't
that's a
even
pain.
work.
Yay.
I was crying and crying and crying and crying.
Jy het gehuil.
Yes.
Ek sal
oh,
dit nou
dat
so
gehuil.
gedoen daar. Oh, ek sal 'n video maak soos Trevor Noah. Oh, ek sal 'n video. Binne pakke is crying in the hospital, guys. 10,000 rand for a video.
She's already on business mindset.
Altyd sorry to interrupt.
Onthou je neem, mijn benen is in de helft.
Ja.
Al twee benen. Die tibula en die fibula was,
En die fibula.
en die fibula was gebreekt. Zo al twee was in de helft. En ik zei voor die nurse, Mo, please, this is no, we can only put a certain amount into
Yeah.
your drip. No, I said, please, more. I was crying, I said, Mo, please. And then I said to myself, let me just stood the pain.
Yeah.
And I started praying, crying and praying. They took me for X-ray. I came back from X-ray, and the doctor came, and the doctor was looking at the scan now, in the light like this. I think I said no. Take me to Joburg now.
Don't
I want to
even
go to
think
Joburg
now.
Don't even think. And it happened in Nelspruit. I said no. Take me to Joburg now. I want to go to Joburg because I could immediately feel like this doctor didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Maybe it was his first time experiencing such.
that
I said,
also.
no. Take me immediately to Joburg. I want to go to Joburg. I took the transfer from there to Joburg. Not even in a helicopter, Dumpy.
Next
In the ambulance.
Sure.
Yes, and I explained to Reggie that the trip. Every time the ambulance did that.
It was tough for grandpa. Huh?
Yeah, I had to stop at the garage. Grandpa tablets. I chewed the grandpa tablets like that. Because it was terrible.
You know,
And then-
sorry for jumping in there. I'm just thinking about something. You know, when he says like maybe the guy didn't have experience or something like that. I'm gonna call names van because of man. Everyone knows me. There's a hospital that we are known each and every for the rest of my life. I know it like that. There's a hospital, Robert Paraguana Hospital,
Yeah.
and there's this thing where people when they say as je bara toe gaan, you kom nie terug nie. Nah, and people know and people knows about that. That's why I'm just thinking about him saying that.
No, obviously you went to a private hospital, babes.
Besides public or private or something, once you in certain state,
Dis-
you
yes,
know, reg iemand wat nog kan kanse kom vat nie.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Your spirit
You
would
felt,
automatically
you
know.
felt.
That's why he said
you're
was when
in
he
that
looked at it, you like,
position,
hey, you take
I
me now to
think-
Joburg.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
think it's not gonna work out when you are there in that much pain. Thinking is not gonna help me.
Look, I think
Yeah.
also your standard person will just be okay. It's a doctor. This person
Yeah,
is qualified.
yeah, that's the
This
other
person
thing.
is qualified. But you know, when you also a person like like Bernard, for instance, he understands how the body works as well, and you know, and he understands when like we physical people when we talk
To each
so
other, yeah.
automatically, you know, when you talk something to someone that's not physical or that doesn't have the experience, or you listen to that person, you'll hear, man, I didn't give it, you know what.
Yeah, you know,
You know?
definitely.
And on the other side also, you're God believer as well. So maybe the spirit
The
whispered
spirit
in his
will
ear and say, hey,
clash.
us
Holy
to go to
Spirit.
Johannesburg, because remember, maybe if he allowed that, the recovery was not going to
Gonna
be
be
as
the same,
successful as it
yes.
is today. Everything is God bound, my opinion. You know, so I think the spirit was talking to him there to say, hey, tell these people to take you to Johannesburg.
Yeah.
You know, because when he came to Johannesburg, he was treated by one of the best.
Yeah, by one of the best.
Yeah.
And jy was also at my
Yeah.
by one of the best. I couldn't feel my leg anymore. Just when I got to Joburg, I don't know what they injected into my
Yeah.
drip. I couldn't feel my leg anymore. I was like, why couldn't they have done it in Nelspruit?
Ja, lang kan.
Verstaan jy? En dan Reggie me kom inspire. I said, hey, my second minute, you'll be back soon, you know. And then when I immediately got out of hospital, he called me in the morning. Hey, what Maggie? No, laziness, no whatever. You must start being active. I'm coming in my break. He came, as I came in my break, I said to him, "Now, Reggie, what are we?" When he came during his break, I said, "Reggie, now what are we gonna do?" No, come, where's the bands? Some band work, we did some stuff. He says, "No, you must keep that routine. Ons gee nie die duivel kans nie. Ons gee nie die duivel kans nie. Ons gaan met die routine, your everyday routine. Ons gaan met dit aan. Ons gee nie die duivel kans nie." And Reggie has been one of the inspiration during my recovery period. And look, 6 months after it, I played my first game. Immediately.
We actually watch it.
And
We actually
yes,
watch it.
and such injuries, it takes about 18 months or more.
Some doesn't even make it back from.
Yeah,
I
you're not
thought
allowed
that
back.
was going to be the
Exactly.
case after I saw the video, guys.
What does that tell you? That tells you that Joburg is the best doctors. Nelspruit. Is
Uh-oh.
Dr. Malinga,
Guys, you
Dr.
see-
Malinga and
No.
Dr. Kumalo.
Dr. Malinga.
Daar bij die
Matthew,
hospitaal.
Dr. Matthew. Guys, is that all we heard from that? It's such a beautiful story. And one thing that I literally...
Arab doctor Ben.
I want to say, I don't like to get emotional on the podcast because my cast members are not very forgiving. As my les hang of iets aan kwarala mee, they will not tell me, Shanae, it's fine, my sister. These two. But it's definitely very emotional because, it's very seldom that one can speak about your journey and struggling through life and having people around you that can uplift you because many people come from backgrounds where we struggle to be happy for one another. And I think your journeys has definitely shaped you guys into amazing friends, but at the same time such an inspiration. Julle moet 'n bietjie saam met hulle twee ook chill, wa?
When she is that in the shop and he
Yes.
can't leave the shop, there's a problem. Anyone just takes money out of the case. But before she jumps on, I'm really inspired in terms of the relationship wise because I know growing up we never had it. I don't think I even have it now. My brotherhood, loyalty, very for mekaar and goed soos I see. And I think if we as beside like Bushy, just any nation or race, if we can start doing that and that's to be hoe praat jy nou weer Engels? If we can unite, I think you can be a very guys, I borrow out money. I'm a machonisa 50% interest. If you borrow 500, you must give me back 750. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think if we can unite and get the bond that you two have. Okay, I will not kiss and stuff like that. Don't worry. I think the world will be personally a better place. Brothers, right? Blood in, blood out. Voor Emmanuel gespeeld het, denk ik aan speel het. Remember Emmanuel? Hey man, maak het niet toe. Moet je comparen. Jij, Justin Bashi.
I can know the SMS number. I learned that on the podcast. It was apparently an SMS number.
Je kent het met jullie cousins. SMS 3.
We didn't have TV's, babes. Onze die jaren, ons het die krag gekoop. Dat was de tijd van... Maar bij ons was dat niet die luxuries wat jullie gehad het om in jullie kamers. Je slaapt vandaan, die weet je, achter in die kamerkie of je is onder die tafel in die kombuis. You need to make a way. Dat was de TV's wat kan laat aangezet worden. Dus Emmanuel...
Ah, ze die beter gaat charge. Emmanuel, gewoon was Emmanuel nou. Right? Zo baie van onze kinders geskadet.
Okay, guys, let's get into sorry. We're going to go.
Je moest al een sneak peek. Je moest een sneak peek. Dat is een sneak peek.
Die beter is ook papi.
Let me put it like this. Anyone born in the 90s, they can come here on a public platform and say
Yes.
they've never heard of Emmanuel. That's a legend.
I never
That's a
watched
life
like
story.
Stimpy. Ik ken aan Emmanuel ook.
Ik ken
SMS en goed.
Nee, ik ken Emmanuel op een first name basis. Hij is
Ja.
Guys,
I promise.
SMS's.
I promise I'm not like them. I promise you guys. They give me stress, these two. And Kaylee, please come back, my sister.
But before we get
Hey,
a little
Emmanuel.
bit to this, I want to find out, or rather, I want to briefly touch on your book,
Yeah.
Bernard. Where did you draw the inspiration from? Is it purely biographical, or is it really just been your interpretation of your experiences? And how much of that, let me rather ask this, how much of it was shaped by the people in your life?
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question. Thanks for rephrasing the question.
Meneer.
Yeah.
Oh, meneer.
Dank je, meneer.
En die
Dank je,
teachers,
meneer.
teachers
Meneer.
mates, ne?
Ja.
And
Arbeid
their
meneer.
pass rate was very low. I don't know the school you're in. I don't know which school you're in.
It's a joke.
I just heard. Sorry, I'm just playing. I just heard you stressed that morning. And that's all the kids I taught. And I once helped someone. Sorry, we go now. Then I once worked at the family center and I used to help kids with homework. Ne? Ik wou dat ik een school klaar kan maken.
After school is after school.
Banet. It's fine, Banet.
Oh, the books are.
Kan ik
Yeah, no, thanks, meneer. I was truly inspired by my mom. My mom, who worked late hours, she would leave my brother and I early in the morning, before the sun comes up to go to work, and she'll come back late when the sun is set already, coming from work, and us moving around in Regia Park, ons het eerst eraan in de lijn gebleven, to move ons Bluebell toe. En van Bluebell af to move ons Ramaphosa to Extension 5. En ik heb die struggle gezien. And when I used to come back to Regia Park with my friends, I used to sleep by my friends' place because I didn't want to go back to the shack there in Regia Park. So then my mom could see the good in me. She could see the good in me, the good friend I am, the energetic type of person I am. Reggie would know. I was known in the whole Regia Park at that stage when I was a small boy, but even before I got famous.
Excuse me.
Soos jy, yes. So and then Mr. Bezernoot at Lakeside Primary, he also saw the talent in me. Yeah, because I was close friends with his son, Buren Bezernoot, and I used to also stay by his house as well. And then when these trials came up, the School of Excellence trials in Elandsfontein, when it came up, Mr. Bezernoot said to me, I'm going to take you for a trial, but you don't have soccer boots. And at that stage, I said to my mom, hey mom, Mr. Bezernoot said I must go for trials, but I don't have soccer boots. And my school shoes were already broken at that time. So she said,
En jy so koks.
and exo Cox. And she said, no, I saved up for you to buy your school shoes. So I can't buy soccer boots for you. So I said, ma, okay, I'll rather stay home. So I won't go for the trial. And then the next day, my mom bought me the soccer boots. And I said, but ma, now I don't have school shoes. Now I'm going to be a clown at school. I'm going to go to school because my school shoes are already finished. Ze zei my kind, vat die koks en gaan for your trial. So she could see that I was going to become something before I could realize it. The same with Mr. Bezernoot, who had the helping hand in taking me to the trial. And I made the trial on the first day. Other kids still had to come back for the third and the fourth day, but I made the trial on the first day.
Lovely. So
I thank my mom, for believing in me before I could believe in myself. Same with Mr. Bezernoot, who gave me the helping hand as well. And then throughout my years, there's a lot of people that I grew up with that I draw inspiration also from. David Foster, who's a close friend of ours, onze grootbroer. Reggie, a lot others there. And then it became when Benny McCarthy scored 4 goals for Bafana Bafana in Burkina Faso. I think it was 1998.
Yeah.
was ek gebore right? Ek is 95. I was there, ne?
Yeah.
Maybe was
That's a
it
papa baba, right?
May you dame in your mouth. Then I said to myself, I want to be like Benny McCarthy. So I only realized that time that I wanted to become a soccer player, but I was already playing soccer. Then I realized that I want to become a serious soccer player when I saw Benny McCarthy hit stardom. And then from there on, I didn't look back. Every time I would come back to Regia Park from school, Reggie would see me on the street there playing street soccer, and from there on, I would still do extra training, run, jog. Even on a Christmas day as well. I went on Christmas day as well and went for a jog. I was so serious. I didn't want to see anything or touch anything. Whether it was a drug, a cigarette, or whatever, I didn't want to touch anything. And I was also protected by the guys as well. They're saying, hey,
Yeah.
jy's onze star. Ons gaan nie vir jou entertain
Ek kyk hoor vir
met 'n
Reggie.
black label of whatever nie. Jy gaan nie touch nie. So they also gave me that motivation. And then toe kom hulle op met die naam van jy's die hond. Ja, jy's die hond van met the ball. So I took that nickname with me. And then die celebration ook, ons moet 'n celebration om te kom om te sê as ver om te byt.
Ja.
Dit was wrestling was die inding. Ons kan nie gewag het om
Oh,
wrestling
that's
te
where it
kyk nie.
comes
Yes.
from.
Met John Cena. John Cena het mos hy gedoen.
Yeah.
Yes. So nou toe maak ons nou met die
Ja.
te sê nee, I'm untouchable, verstaan jy? Yes, so ons moet hy gekom om te sê as ver om te byt. So I drew inspiration from the Cassie, Arega Park. I drew inspiration from the people that taught me at school. I drew inspiration from my coaches. So I stayed open and I stayed receptive from my peers, from my family. So I think maybe that's why I had such a longevity. I had such longevity in my career. It's because I'm that open person that I stay receptive and positive.
Wow.
So, Mr. C, if I can draw a list now of people that inspired me and who has played a big role in my life, that's the field, that's the buyer. It's because I drew any little bit of 1% from this one, 2% from this one, 80% from Reggie, you know.
Ek sou gesê for the viewers at home, if you want a detailed list of everyone that inspired Mr. Bernard Park over here, kan Kobe book man.
Definitely.
From a shit
Definitely.
destiny. Kan Kobe
That's
book.
why I said to myself, while I'm still playing, let me inspire
Yeah.
that boy child, girl child. Let me inspire them. You know, while I'm still relevant, while I'm still playing, they always look up to the role models like Ronaldo and Messi, but will never get close to Ronaldo, never get close to Messi.
Amen.
Maybe they will, they
Minority.
they can get inspired, whatever. But here I am. I'm a Lokasi boy. You know, I grew up in a shack, difficult circumstances. Your dream is possible. You can achieve your dream, you know. So I wrote the book, truly through inspiration. The author is Dr. Charlie Peterson, who's been a great person, you know. He also became my life coach, former CEO of Bloemfontein Celtic. He brought light to my life. And when he wrote the book, we interviewed people that I grew up with. Reg is also in the book. My coaches that has coached me, players that I played with. Everybody that was part of me is in the book. Also, my wife, who's been the pillar, what we say, the pillar of your strength.
Ja, pillar of strength.
Pillar of your strength.
Hoor die man sê,
as
die
well.
vrouens is die pull of the strain, wat is onze beeld of ons, wat is het?
Ja,
Joking. That's what. Like I said, julle vrouwmense is net kopseer. Next time you
Ja,
see your
vrouwmense
dress, you
is-
have the pull of my strength.
ja
Yeah.
my wife is also the pillar of the strength.
Yes.
Of my strength.
Palla nie.
Die Palou nie, né? Die Palou.
Palla. Yes,
Pillar. Oh, ek sê
Pilar.
Pilar. Nee,
Pilar.
Ja,
Only you could look at lever.
So,
pillar of my strength.
pull of strength you were there.
Pillar of strength, yes, and yeah, she's been keeping me focused as well, and yeah, so I just wanted to write this book, and I made history as well by being the first sportsman that are still playing, releasing a book. No other sportsman has done that. Only sportsmen do that after they retire, and they
Yeah.
want to write
To
a
do
book,
something,
To do
yeah.
something. So I did it while still playing, and now that it's out, I'm already on my second book, The Road to Recovery. The Road to Recovery.
Pakkie pak.
Where did they get the book?
Pakkie pak.
The book is online. You know, I've got a website
Okay.
where everything is here. Basically,
Okay.
what I'm doing through my foundation as well.
Okay.
It's Bernard Parker.com. Everything is there. Also my social media, everything is there, and you can get the book online. Personally, I get geglo dat let me be the driving force of the book. I can just place it there
Yes.
at what do you call those books? Exclusive
Exclusive books,
I
that's
can
what I
just
was gonna
place
say.
it there and say, ek warning mense wil koop, hulle kan maar koop.
Yeah.
Which I don't want. I
Yes.
want to be on the ground level,
It's-
personally.
That's very
You know,
personal,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's why I'm saying the book is truly through inspiration.
Okay.
Touch that boy child, touch that girl child,
Yeah.
and say, this is the manual. This is the tool for you
Yes.
to become somebody that you want to become. The book is all round overall. My playing days, how I cope myself in terms of studying, what I've studied, how I also got to understand the body as well through exercise science, to personal training, to sports nutrition as well. So it's an overall all round,
Yes.
you know. And I also made a few quotes as well about Cristiano Ronaldo, who's a great example of investing in yourself, which is your body, to perform it at the peak, week in, week out. So everything is overall there, from a child into professional, and even post football as well. So yeah, that's what the book is about. And if you want the book, please visit my website,
Okay.
and information will be given to you how to get the book.
Yes, we'll send it. We'll see. Put it in a caption somewhere, guys. Already, you must read the book, and now just read the caption also sometimes, and wing day in the caption for us. Nay, comment.
We have public. We literally here. We the presence of greatness. We have published authors. We have people that want to write the book. We have men here that are good with Facebook about detail. But coming to that, like people have been telling me, I also need to write the book.
Yeah.
Ik ga niet het boek lezen, hoor. Ik wil je op.
Sarah,
Wie maakt die Joel voor?
Like for the past,
Boek man,
like for the past 3 years, I've been inundated with messages left, right, and center from like random people. From me, no meneer, wanneer ga je een boek schrijven van je sextiles? Ik zeg voor mezelf,
Guys, we were speaking about the going. Guys, we were speaking about.
Reggie.
We were speaking about going back to the community and your foundation, which you briefly mentioned. I think that is definitely your pride and joy. And I know that Reggie himself, has helped many people that comes from our community. So just briefly, if you guys, whichever can go first, can you guys just maybe explain to anyone looking at these podcasts or anyone watching
Yeah,
from
yeah,
wherever,
watching.
looking.
Ik wil nog eens not looking to watch.
It was lang pas.
anyone looking the pot?
No. I almost said
You are
something.
looking the pot.
No, I said anyone. I wanted to say anyone looking at, and then I looked at you, but then I thought to myself, okay, laat ek vir hom kyk. Ek gaan ek sê wat ek gaan met jou uit die game taal. But I think with this industry in itself and being as successful as both of you are, gatekeeping must be one of the hardest things for many people, right? So what would you say to someone out there that, we see a lot of people, they leave the hood and they leave it all behind. There's many kids that we feel need saving, like you said, Mr. Bazaidan Node was there for you, and Mr. Reggie. What is the important part about that? Why do you not just move on? And I mean, both of you have the opportunity to travel the world with the type of work that you do. Why do you come back to where you started?
I think from my side is
Skuld nog
not having not having a selfish act,
Yeah.
because you also know how it feels to go to bed with
Yes.
a peanut butter and a bread.
So true.
You know what I mean? And yeah, that choke in it. Yeah. So
chooses
it's
slow.
mainly it's mainly more just your side of humanity that kicks in. Because regardless on how well you do, whether it is in the industries that we are in or whether it is whatever you do, you just don't feel right when you just don't go back where you come from and just do something back for the community. I think that's just a standard procedure that you feel, and all of a sudden it just feels as if there's something that holds you back if you want to do or if you want to accomplish other things. Because you realize that ek was nog nie by die huis net om ietsie te gaan doen dan. So I think it's just the humanity side of that, and that goes for any human being, not just for us that comes out of cases. It goes for anyone, because I'm pretty sure that majority of us know someone personally that is in a bad space. So when you can give that extra 10 cents, whether it's via words or whether it's by dropping a hamper or in any sort of form, but giving back should be a standard procedure, not just for us coming from local environments and getting the opportunity to have access to the rest of the things that the world has to offer. So it's just boiled down to humanity.
Before Bernard Parker goes, I love how Reggie is very he's very polite.
Delicate.
Polite is the word. I want to know now, and I love the fact that you are trying to be, very very polite and you don't want to say the deep things, but I need you to be honest. What about that uncle that took my CV for the government 7 years ago? Hey, look, no, Ron. Do you understand why I'm saying when people gatekeep?
Yeah.
I'm qualified, uncle. I have matric. You give me the tick box. You say, my sister Monday come for interview. Still waiting. I gave you my number. So I know that you love saying that it must be censored, and I love that. But also, we need to be real about this. There's people out there that does not want people to do better than them.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
That is 100%.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is that you'll never ever have a crowd
Okay.
where there's only genuine people.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
if there's a room of 30 people in the room, expect 1 to 2% if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Of people that is real, people that has got
Good intentions.
Good intentions. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you for that. And so forth. So the most important thing is to accept that you'll get hurt,
Okay.
because that is standard procedure. You will get hurt. The devil is alive, of course. You know, the devil is alive, and
Yeah.
the devil whispers in everyone's ears.
Yeah.
He just checks who's weak enough to
Yes.
act on his, on his whispers.
Yes.
It is as simple as that. But yes, going back to the fact that, because I like to use that one as well, people want you to see you do good, but not better than them. You know, and that's where you go wrong, because sometimes you need to try and test yourself and say, okay, kom ek doen bietjie goed vir die maand.
Yeah.
Kom ek kyk, wat is die return of investment?
Yes, yes.
Laat ek net bietjie goed doen.
Ja.
En kom ek kyk bietjie wanneer ek bietjie sleg is, laat ek
Yes.
bietjie 'n mean pitbull ons bietjie laat ons kyk. Let's see what's the return of investment
yes.
in that as well. Then you be the judge of it.
Okay.
I always feel that in life that you need to have first-hand experience as well, as much as we grasp, the necessary motivation and encouragement
Yes.
from everyone. But sometimes we feel that first-hand experience, of being on a down low,
Okay.
and sometimes in being in a good low, or in a good high. So the most important thing is, but this is my personal experience, that I've been through a whole lot of like any one of us, coming from an environment where negativity is the in thing.
Yeah.
Coming from an environment where when you do well, you all of a sudden, no shop. There's no beter no. You can only be groetie. You know what I'm saying? Coming from an environment whereby when you do good, you are emotionally abused to give return for the rest of everyone around you. Not realizing that, listen, you need to build on yourself now first,
Yeah.
because remember, the road to success is a very fragile house. The foundation of the road to success is not as fragile as a house you build.
Yeah.
That one can fall, collapse anytime. More especially when you're not humble.
Okay.
So coming from communities, no matter what community you come from, majority of the time expect hatred,
Yeah.
which is something we do not want. We don't want that. No one wants hatred, because ons almal is reg groot gemaak. I believe that. Almal het Sondagskool geloop, Dimpie.
Ja.
Almal het Sondagskool geloop, was geleer,
Maar
But then somewhere down the line kom iemand nou en sê vir Dimpie, proe gou 'n bietjie die kwaai man.
Yeah.
Kom eens even Dimpie, proe gou 'n bietjie die bottle man. Which we all have tried these small things. But then there's an individual character that in you that will decide if I have an addictive personality, or if I have that personality to say that, no, I tried, this story is not for me.
Okay.
I tried my cigarettes and stuff, but I realized I'm a physical person, it's affecting me negatively.
Okay.
Those small things.
Yeah, okay. You say small things, so that all I heard, and I love that you went into that, as ek kan maar my CV vir jou mos gee. Jy het mos Yeah, that uncle, guys, when you see him on the street, he will give you a job. That's uncle.
Remember, you're going to give me that CV, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with the CV.
But
Yeah,
you
and
see
a
that-
and a
you
zonder
said-
no.
For safety purposes, the day when you really need it again, I can give it to you and say, listen,
But
here's
I
it.
had my salary. That uncle told me in the line. I was standing in the line somewhere at the shop. He said, your salary will be, you don't look like less than 25,000. I have that position. They need people immediate effect. You see? So I'm telling you now.
Hey, giving you that
I'm
promises,
my
giving
CV,
you high
CV,
hopes.
I will tell you which job I want. So Mr. Parker, over to you. The same question. We basically just diving into the fact, like the importance of going back and not gatekeeping, because I know Choppy,
Yeah.
Yeah. Choppy is
Who's
one
Choppy?
of our babies. Or except from Choppy, right? He grew up in the family home, Rosie Bayers, where we
Yeah.
come from.
Yeah.
And that is just a testimony of you coming back for your people, right? And the talent is there. There's so many talented people. Talented people in our communities, but they don't know where to start. You see, so
Or where to
how
go to
important
even.
is it for you to equip people with the necessary tools to say, I'm not gonna spoon feed you, but you need to train the way Reggie jy moes gedrille daar by field.
Yeah.
Waar jy by die hospitaal kom, ek sal met hy droogkos gooi wat. Sorry.
It's fine.
Well, how important is that, you would say, to anyone that's out there that maybe wants to gatekeep?
It's very, very important. I think it's a calling. Reggie zei ook elke ochtend als hij werk toe gaan, ons gaan dienst leveren. Yes, ons op dienst, ons op dienst. And it feels so good for any person, for any human being, if you've made a difference in somebody's life. And that's the best reward, not in terms of money, but in terms of seeing that person prosper. That's the best reward. That's the best fulfilling that you can get. And me walking the road that I've seen that people help me where I am today. It's just the cycle that I also have to give back and help others also the best I can also to become good upstanding men in the community, not only soccer players as well, but good upstanding men in the community as well, or women in the community as well. And I did a lot of things in Recha Park. You know, I made tournaments. I made this. I made that. And unfortunately, I didn't feel much of appreciated in terms of
support structure.
in terms of the support structure, in terms of what's my vision.
Yes.
You know, what's my vision and what's my mission, you know, in terms of getting more players out there coming from Recha Park.
Yeah.
Since I think maybe I'm the most successful player that came out of Recha Park.
Yeah. Not
'cause
maybe, you are.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So I just wanted to have the next Bernard Parker
Yeah.
and the next upstanding man in the community. So then I started to work from the outside in.
Yeah.
You know, working from the outside in, and I told Chippy that this is what I want to do. I've seen your talent, and this is what I want to do. And I spoke to his mother, and his mother said, "Okay, that's fine. You can adopt him." I mentored him.
Nice.
I took him through the system together with Chandra Campbell as well. Reggie knows the story. Took him through the system. And how old were they? They were 10, 11. 10, 11 at that time. Hey, they know 21. So many years ago. 10 years ago. And throughout the years, you know, we gave our best. You know, I also sent tell Chandre's father, send Chandre to Reggie. Reggie trained Chandre. I tell Donay go to Reggie. Reggie trains Donay. Also on my side, I give my mentorship. Reggie gives his mentorship. So we were molding. We were molding them. You know, and then one day during COVID 2019. Donay I heard stories about Chippy. You know, that he doesn't want to go back to the boarding school at Chiefs.
He's at Chiefs, yeah.
Yes, he didn't want to go back to the boarding school at Chiefs, because I said the first thing that you need to do to his mother, I said the first thing that this boy needs to do is to get out of Recha Park, because once he gets out of Recha Park, you will see there's life out there.
The bigger picture,
You know,
yeah.
the bigger picture is life out there. Not only this life. You can be the hero here, whatever, but there's the bigger picture out there. So then his mother accepted him for a full scholarship at Kaizer Chiefs. And then during COVID, now it was home time. So now the home time during COVID was up to all of nonsense. And I went to the house. I sat the whole family down and I told them straight, saying, if you guys want to have a better roof, if you guys want to have better couches, Dumpy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
soos die,
Soft.
yes, soos
Soft
die,
and
soft.
pretty.
Yes.
Nog een reus.
Toe sê ek vir hulle straight, sê ek vir hom, jy ook, sê ek vir hom straight, man to man, sê ek vir hom, was so baie sacrifice, so baie whatever wat ons vir hom gedoen het.
Ja.
En nou even alles hy weggooi.
Yes.
He is amper daar, he is naby. Now you
Ja.
want to throw everything away.
Yes.
That iPhone of yours that all the girls are running after, they're not running after you, running after that iPhone.
Hey,
of yours.
same.
Don't let them run after iPhone. Come tomorrow here with a M4 or,
Yeah.
or Mercedes, then you've made it. With that iPhone, you haven't made it. In the castle, you have made it with that iPhone. So make sure that you go back. Just go back to back to boarding school at Chiefs. And I told him, Mom, you not let him come back here. But I had stories that they hom mooi teruggekry.
No
Ek
shame.
het teruggekom
He's a
het.
good boy. He's
But,
a good boy.
but through the persistency
Yeah.
of mentorship with myself, Reggie, and the people around them, you know, Chandre's father also with Chandre as well. I think we must be proud of ourselves, Reggie, that they are now, they are living their dream now. We've only helped them so far, now they're living their dream. And that fulfills us. That fulfills us. We don't expect anything, we don't expect nothing, that fulfills us. And we are busy also on other projects as well, in trying to help where we can. I'm also for Reggie. I'm also for Reggie.
Reggie is the
Reggie's
best
diarrhea
personal
so full.
trainer. Best personal trainer,
Just to
guys.
see hom daar is so vol en mense kry so people get so sad when Reggie says my diary is full, but I will refer you to Zbani.
So they want Reggie.
Like, no, Reggie.
Zbani, Zbani.
Yes, I don't want Zbani, Zbani, man, Reggie, man. I want you. You know, and ek sê vir hom, ek sê Reggie, nee, jy overbooked yourself, man. Wanneer krijg je die kans om met jou te blom of whatever?
Ja, vir jou te
Die
sien.
voice notes wat ons elke keer nie meer stuur is nie genoeg.
Hele
Mekaar
group
nog
chat.
moet begin sien, ja. Jy is fully booked. Dimpie, jy ken me in December
Hey, is hectic December, hoor.
Reggie is December die hele jaar.
Die hele jaar tot January, op Valentine's Day voorbij.
Nee, maar hij zei zo, hij was precies hetzelfde. Je weet met Bernard, going back to him as well. Je weet, it's also by emotion and professionalism. Ne? You know, I remember the years when he was playing at Chiefs. You know, als Chiefs verloor het, dan
Brand
is
hij
een andere
iets af.
story. De wereld is op bijna no.
Die sal my nie kry.
Hij gaat niet in die straten nie. Hij gaat niet in restaurants doen. nie. Look, he's a family man.
Ja, he's a
Always
very
goes out
family
with the
oriented.
family, very family orientated. That's where I draw so much inspiration from. He taught me a lot about it. I've always been family orientated, but I've learned from so many aspects that so many blocks that he ticks when it comes to, you know, creating that full circle in a family home. He's brilliant with that. I don't want to lie. And but going back to you know, so I've learned many things on how he, you know, he operates. How he conducts his family, you know, making sure that all the necessary blocks is taken. Everyone is unique. You can't be the same. But I grasp anything that's positive. I grasp. You know, the same like you mentioned earlier. That 1%, that 2%, or whatever. So anything that's positive, and that's the beauty of things, because every one of us in this room and anywhere else has got something positive. So why can I be so foolish enough not to take from that? Now I want to have, like our people who say, you have a qual. Why would I have a qual on you that you're doing
can
something
learn
right?
from
I must
you.
rub the shoulders there. Even
Yeah.
if I can get 3% from that, I'm going somewhere. You know. So going back to like when he was playing at Chiefs, if they lose, he doesn't go out. You know, I'll rather my phone him and say, all right, bro,
What's happening?
I'll sort out the oxtail and the vegetables and what.
Yeah,
I'm
ripoiki.
coming to you. Yeah, because I know that we're gonna sit there and I'm there. I must comfort him, you know, mentally. Because
Voor een
it's a-
potskop.
it's-
I like
yes, no, it's-
Voor een
no,
potskop.
it's very emotional because by the time when I come there, and you know, his emotional,
hearts.
his technical
Yeah.
part is very emotional because then he'll tell me that we're supposed to do that, we're supposed to do that, and he
could have
puts
done
a lot
this.
of blame on himself as well. That's what I have respect as well. It's not just to say, I mean, Dimpy could have done that, you could have what. It's like, no, us as the boys, we could have done that, we could have done that, we could
How I
have
could
done
have
that.
done it better.
How could have do it better, you know? So those are the small things in life that is supposed to teach us that when we have a little bit of a bad pitch, we don't just exhale. No. Take that accountability,
True.
like you say, sit down, reflect, you know, visualize exactly,
What
you know,
happened.
go into detail where you were wrong and also go into detail where you were right, because also don't forget that part, because that you have to go again, grasp it, that
Werk
go
het
to
in-
the next
werk-
journey
werk het
and
in
figure the rest
relationships
out
ook.
as well.
Yes.
Don't just because you had a bad 3 hours of the day to day, dat hele dag is in sy glory in.
Ja.
No. Take that other good stuff and then
7 o'clock
carry it
soms
over
is
tomorrow.
dag.
You understand what I'm saying?
Ligte is af.
So accountability,
Niks doen vandag.
accountability is a big thing. You know, accountability is a big thing, and we are easy to point fingers and blame everyone else. But then as ek die culprit, you know.
Yeah.
But then that goes down also to making sure that you're surrounded by the right people. As ek iets verkeerd doen, moet ons nee meneer, jy was nou out of line.
Yeah.
You know. En dan moet ek ook sit en sê, ek het nou nie soos hy gesien nie. You know, I mustn't jump in a defense mode. When someone is give their energy to help you, take it. Because they
Yeah.
could have given that energy to someone else, or they
Yeah.
could have kept quiet.
True.
Yeah,
You
but
know, so-
Reggie, you also being so nice as well, as you said, everyone is too polite.
This is the
He's
first
too
time I've seen
polite,
this
Reggie.
man so nice. I only see him in the gym, guys. And
This man is a
ek is
beast.
bang vir die
Ah,
man.
the man is a beast.
Are
Mr.
you,
C,
are you like, is he like the
Kom
drill
try.
sergeant? Hey,
come and try.
50 push-ups, no.
But
Yes,
remember,
yes.
I think it's a-
You work out for 2 years, ne? You saw every week, bruh. I'm like, my muscles
see
is
difference,
the
yeah.
one. He presses where you're not supposed to press, man. Yeah, the muscle you never knew existed.
So he
Since you were-
krap waar
Like,
die joke.
Yeah, I'm
Basically,
telling you.
but remember, it's
Activates.
different now. You know,
Activates.
so we're having a podcast. You know, we're trying to have all to tick all the boxes where
Yes.
we should. But remember, that is something different now. It's like, for instance, when you're in the field, you can have that, but when you're in the field, there's another tunnel vision that kicks in.
Yes.
You know,
I'm
there's
a-
something
I'm a
else
different
that kicks
person.
you.
I'm a
different
beast.
person,
Yes.
You know, you
He's your
run
I'm an
kilometers.
animal, like
When
your
you-
hunt is
when
lost.
he used to play at Chiefs, he'd send me his kilometers that he runs or after the match exactly. Then we know. Even COVID, he used to sneak me in by his house because remember he couldn't have access by my place. He would come fetch me. I'm underneath there by the Range Rover. We're in there, past there because I have to train him. You understand?
Yeah.
He needs to stay relevant. He has to, you know, to be able to maintain and sustain a long career like that with anything physical is not child's play. You
Yeah.
need to have a mental capacity like no other. You need to be a 1% from the rest.
True.
Yeah, but then
Sacrifices.
how many people's lives it has changed? You know, too many people's lives. But now also, he didn't mention. He says he's only a personal trainer, but he trains personal trainers. That's now on another level now. He's now on another level.
Die
Ja,
jullie
so-
mannetjie, joh.
So I am currently the personal training mentor for Virgin Active. I am
Award-winning.
Thank you,
self-employed as a personal trainer for Virgin Active. So
het al
after,
namen, Reggie, man.
after a
Ik sta
while,
hier al.
after a while, I got appointed as a personal trainer mentor to assist new PTs that comes in, personal trainers that come in and try to start their business, teach them the ropes. It's not just about training someone. It's not just about the money. You know, it's about having passion. It's about making sure that you are hungry for the physical side.
Yes.
And the engineering part and how it evolves and grows regularly. You know, you cannot be left behind and just, you know, I've got it all, I know it all, and just keep quiet and then just carry on. In a year or two, you'll be irrelevant. You know, so being hungry for the progress of physiology is the key. But also the most important thing is it's such a nice craving and urge I have when it comes to training to know that I've helped someone that couldn't even crawl, but now they cannot just walk, but they can sprint.
Yeah.
It's a journey, it takes time. But if you work with someone that wants to be worked with, the life becomes so easy, you know. And it's not just about allowing you to be better physically, but to give you also a physical understanding. It's about theoretical work as well. Give you the theoretical parts that you can go home and say, yo, for the last 2 years that I've been working with this one, this is the theoretical learnings that I've grasped from this person. It's just like Mr. C can get a six-pack in 12 weeks, but then for Mr. C to keep that six-pack, that's the challenge. You know? So those are the type
I
of
thought you were gonna
things.
say the beard.
Those are, the beard,
The challenge.
That's his trademark. We can
Yeah,
leave
I
that.
can get a six pack tonight. I just want to see which vocal stories.
Yes,
But if coming to that, what I like is the fact that you mentioned that you essentially a trainer's trainer. So that's essentially you've now elevated. You've now reached a new level. You've now got to a point where it's now a legacy. It's exactly the same. It's the fact that you guys are now mentors. You're essentially godfathers, if you want to call it that. So what is the one, if you could give one key piece of advice. Let's say you had the opportunity now to travel back in time to go and mentor a young Bernard Parker, to go and mentor a young Reggie Ayer. What is that one piece of advice, that one golden nugget that you can say would be instrumental in either getting to where you guys are faster or maintaining that?
Yeah.
Yeah, on my part is it's free. On my part, listen what I'm saying. It's free. Investing in yourself. Find your talent first.
Yes.
Find your skill. What you're best at.
Yes.
Whether it's mathematics, whether it's your welder, whether it's you're a plumber, or whether you're a long distance runner, or whether you're a soccer player. Find your talent first, and then invest in it. Invest in yourself.
Your craft.
In your craft. Spend the hours. It's free. Spend the hours. Keep practicing,
Yes.
repetition. Even if you're a DJ, repetition, practice. That's the best thing you can do, and it's for free.
Yeah.
And perfect your skill. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, true. From my side, I would, even till today, it's something that I even tell myself. But most of the time, because I work with a lot of youngsters as well, is always be aware and familiar with your surroundings. Point number one. And when you in a surrounding that is quite positive, when you in a surrounding, let's say for instance in my field, you in the gym, find encouragement from everyone around you. Feel positive from how hard they are working, and identify the person that you feel that's working the hardest, and push to work harder than that. Because the most important thing is the road to success. I mentioned it earlier, and it's very uncomfortable. So if you master being okay with being uncomfortable, you're going somewhere, boss.
Sure.
That is my thing.
I just wanted to.
What do you want to know?
Ik bly jou hand opsteek.
Ik blame je ken in die klas in die hele tijd, bro. Moet nog meer kans geven om te
Yeah.
zeggen.
Hij is te loud om te praten. He's not allowed to speak. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Hey,
By our second episode, his time was up.
Maar dat die praten, die zijn niet.
No, the camera's battery is full.
Guys, unfortunately, we have come to the conclusion. Nee, zien we wel ik moet praten.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But the episode was amazing, and for me personally, this is what I've learned so far, what you guys, what you have spoken about, and what you all have said, and that's what also happens here at Pushy. One of the things is it's support. That we spoke about earlier, what you said, going back to the community, you didn't have that structure and stuff. And this is what we firmly believe as Bushies, as colors, that we do not have really that much support.
Yeah.
When it comes to each other en goed soos hy
Ja.
ken hoe dit man is altyd
Ja.
die ene wil beter as die ene is, die ene voel hy het dit gemaak het ken hy allerlei 110 dinge and I love the fact that you guys have identified it and you guys are there to support each other. You might not see it now, but the way you've been talking, ek dink julle support mekaar baie julle twee hoor. And that's something that julle sien nie mekaar nie. Julle sien nie mekaar.
Maar sê mekaar stewe drukkies.
Ja, I mean-
stewe drukkies, sorry.
Yeah, that's why for me, support was one of the biggest things that stood out for me. And then also, as Reggie said, like finding yourself, self-esteem, be comfortable, be confident with yourself, whether it's at the gym, whether it's by the gym, and goed te zijn. Why I'm saying it is because I have an account at Virgin Active Reggie. Ik ken het toe maak.
Kan ek hy reus uitsort vir jou?
Maak een plan. You said humility, ne?
Yeah.
This man is hungry. Oh, bruh.
Guys, but as I said, like support, Reggie, and finding yourself, finding something unique, as you said, just be yourself, man.
Yes.
Try to look after each other as you can, as much as you can. Try to find someone that you can, like, you confide by in mekaar. I like the fact that you don't keep things from each other, because sometimes we tend to, it's your own as Owens. Shanae, this is not your part right now, my darling. Ons as Owens, ons hou altyd goed in.
Ben ik mijn
Ja.
week afhaal? Dan zeg ik een van die Dan zeg ik ben ik aan het maar korter als jullie allemaal.
But find someone that you can come out and speak about, vent, ne?
Yes.
Vent into Get a support structure. Go out there, be yourself, look after yourself. Gym is very important. I don't know.
100%. 100%. Your body is all you have.
Your body is all
you
a
can have all
healthy
the
body
riches,
creates a
but
healthy
once
mind.
your body collapses, all those riches are irrelevant.
Exactly. We say health is
You
wealth.
guys,
Yeah, it is well.
Health is wealth.
That's such a tough one for me to say, but
Gonna forget.
guys, no, it's not about
Before you
forgetting.
forget
It's
it.
emotional.
Yeah,
This is an
100%.
emotional part. You guys have taught us a lot today. This is such an amazing session. You think you know people, and then you meet people and you actually know them, right? So for me, this is gonna be an announcement that I had to make today, and I wanted to firstly make us touch base on. We've covered everything, guys. Don't allow your generational curses. Don't allow your
Yes,
childhood traumas. Don't allow that naysayers to come in between what you and your dreams has in person. Because all of us are brought into this earth for a purpose. And today, we have just highlighted that as the Bushi culture, as the Bushi podcast, as colored people, there is something good that can come out of us. And let this be our motivation. And we pray that with every podcast, we are able to just encourage one more person, which will take away from the violence that we always experience in everything that we go through.
The stereotype that they have.
The stereotype that they have
Stigma.
about us. So there's amazing people out there that's definitely doing the most for our culture. But also, this is not goodbye. It is literally me saying this is
Beatrice
going to
Pap-
be the last podcast that I will be
Doing.
doing as a cast member. I do believe that in the next few months or the next few years, I will be a guest. I cannot wait to drill them on this couch. But I'm definitely always going to be passionate about our colored culture. And for now, it's not goodbye. It's see you soon, guys. You guys should stay close to the socials. We will be sharing everything that would be going on that we've discussed, the book, where you can find our amazing guests. And also, you guys know these two. Don't go look for them, please.
He's altijd live op TikTok, so je kan hem altijd krijgen.
Guys, but I think just briefly in closing, what is one of the last things you guys would like to say before Mr. C would... We will have to introduce you guys to our signature and how we close the show. Mr. C will help us with that. And then just in closing, how has your experience been and what do you take from the interview basically?
Oh, brilliant. Behind the scenes, welcoming, loving. You guys, humor, quality.
Ek is 'n comedian.
Especially,
Humor
I'm a
quality.
comedian.
Humor quality, but most importantly, understanding the reason why you guys are doing what you are doing.
Yes.
Because this is as much as it is to give our colored boy, girl, child opportunity to realize that, listen, look at all these broad variety of different guests that you have
Yes.
on your scheduled dates, different storylines,
Yes, yes.
different views,
Yes.
different experiences,
Yes.
different testimonies, and. But this is something that is, I feel, that is broader than just for us as coloreds.
Yes.
Because technology has made
Definitely.
life so easy so that we can put it on media now.
Yes.
So your standard South African boy, girl, child, and beyond,
Everyone.
that has an understanding of looking at point of views besides color, will definitely have something that they can learn from this.
Love that.
Pakke paks.
Hey, maar
Any word of motivation in je nada?
Hey, Chanel, nou goed, er is zo emotional gemaakt.
Ja, nee.
Sorry man,
Waar
my
is die
bro.
tissues?
Sorry my bro.
Tissues, hey, maar second, je weet, thanks guys for the invite. You guys are so sweet, so humble. The
Did they tell us
humility.
you need to pay us for...
The humility.
We're not sure, Mark.
Send the invoice.
I'm just not
invoice,
sure.
please.
We're not sure when we pay.
We're not sure, man.
You see now, Skoloto. You net al klaar vir die man.
This
gesê,
man
so
is in the
kom
race
maar,
with his
pak
couches. I
het
mean, come on, give us the benefit of the
Hey,
doubt.
lekker toch, ik kan, want ik wil iets van jou, man. Geef me kans om te breathe.
Oh yeah, no, thanks guys. You guys are so brilliant. if I see you, Mr. C, on the socials, you know, you're such a chilled guy. But when I see you on the socials, yes.
Geraas, ne?
He's a Leo. Yeah, he's a Leo.
Geraas.
Yeah, stel hem jou, Dimpie.
Hy staan 3 o'clock mos op.
Dan sal jy op
Jy maak je job, man.
But you know, standard, podcast or real life, same
Yeah,
filter.
she's
Ja, die
standard.
is-
Same
is
filter.
goed.
Ja, but you know, same filter.
Die rus goed, ouwens.
Ja, als je nee, ken nog wat niet eens nog geloof het.
Don't do that.
Die Elmo, ne?
Dan
No, I stay in Delmo
I
now.
never heard about it. It's like,
Ik wil terugvallen.
die Elmo sounds like everyone in that place gets headaches. Nee, allemaal het kopsie ras, dat het opstaat.
Dimpie, I always don't go to the head and the brain. You know, that's still a sensitive topic
Oh,
for me.
sorry,
most, my
sorry,
friend.
Nike, sorry.
Yes.
Guys, before.
Wanneer pakken praat nog?
Oh, sorry, pakken.
Yes, Nike.
Sorry, Melvin.
Ja,
Je hoort? Wat moet ik
Hij is een tweede naam.
Zijn tweede naam is Bernard Melvin. Ne? Ik lees nu dat ik zeg
En hij is Bilal. Those who know
Melvin.
knows.
Sorry, Melvin.
Yeah, no thanks. Yes, guys, but now we are only so much as coloureds. Maybe plus minus 4 million, according to the last statistics I saw. And we are the smallest, how you say, ethnic group.
Yes.
Can we say that? In the continent, and we need to uplift one another. You know, we need to support one another.
Nou, alsjeblieft.
There's so many successful stories, not only mine, Reggie's, but there's so many successful stories from the colored people. You know, Mr. C, we jive to your music. You know, so we need to try and draw inspiration from one another. You know, and try and support and uplift one another. And you never know what God will decide for us. But all I can say is that may the Tabushi podcast grow mileage, more and more mileage, eyes and ears. Maybe you can also smell a bushy from far. Van ons like far. Ja, ons like lekker reuk, lekker ryk. Maar al wat ik net zei, I'm humbled and thank you. It's been a great honor being on the show. And from here we go onwards and upwards, guys.
Forward
Love
we
it.
go.
So now, who are we gonna take, guys? This is our last phase of this one. If we end it off like this, where do we start again?
Jullie moeten net alsjeblieft mijn plek schoonmaken, alsjeblieft voor je nou gaan, alsjeblieft. And search everyone there at the door.
No, but guys, as you heard, this has been an amazing thing. This would be the last thing that I'm going to say on the podcast. To you guys, thank you
We're
so
gonna
much
miss
for.
you.
I'm going nowhere behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm going to Morocco. Dinner like danga. But gentlemen, thank you so much for being an inspiration to, you know, I have to say this. It's a blue belt thing before we go. Hoe sê ons? As fair om te byt. Trevor Dotley, that was for you. But you know, it's something that we can take as staples. And thank you so much as gentlemen today for taking the time. We are definitely honored to have you guys on this podcast. We know this could have only been a dream. And every time we reached out to our guests, you know, there's a part of you that says, what if they say no? But thank you so much for making the time, coming through, and also paying for our supper tonight. Ek hoor, hy vat alle vat ons abedi. Guys, close some.
Het is Mogoro Friday.
Mensen mag zo als een beetje ready. But let me just add quickly what Shanae said. Also, Shanae, thank you so much for being part of such an amazing group podcast. Die dan gedragen. Ne?
It's God, man.
We appreciate you. I heard it your last you say, ne?
It's my last day. Oh my gosh.
Ons ga je missen. Ons ga je missen. But guys, unfortunately, that's the end of our show. But we'd like to finish it with Meneer C just tuning us in with something of Vimagi Joe for how we exit on this podcast. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. I myself, Dimpie Limpopo, one of the handsomest guys here on the seat and couch tonight. Really love and appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Hallelujah.
In closing,
Yes.
just want to say from the bottom of my heart, Sheree,
Thomas.
Nee, maak dit kindly.
thank you for allowing, just having, someone that, can
Please.
steer this ship and has done that.
Get me my kepi.
So, Kepi, my Kepi, would you lead us for the last time in saying this? Because we are not bougie.
Bushy. We are bushy. So on the count of 3, my brother's gonna lead us. So we have a saying, and we're gonna put this on somewhere in the world, wherever we will be going, is bushy, because I believe that bushy is not something. Donna said it amazingly. It's in us, right? Wherever you are always gonna be bushy. But we are gonna say for the last time, we are not bougie. We are bushy.
Okay.
Okay.
On to see.
We are not bougie.
We are bushy.